Hi! So it's been quite a while since I've posted anything. Currently I'm in a bathroom. I feel like I do a lot of these in bathrooms. I think the light and the sound is usually better. It's just my opinion. Yeah, so as you may be able to tell, my voice is a hell of a lot better these days. I actually think that it's mostly healed. I have a few little issues here and there, but mostly like I'll choke on water if I drink it too fast, or I get a little raspy if I talk too much or too long. And I can't really yell like I used to. Not that I was really much of a yeller before or a screamer, but even like yelling for someone when they're upstairs and you're downstairs, I have a hard time with that now. It's like I can't get to that decibel. I don't know, but that's okay. I don't really miss that. I guess I'm posting today. This thing is not staying straight. I'm posting today because I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the issues that have caused me to not be able to post very often. And one of them, depression. Yep, I have that. I've figured out that there are 5 things that have affected me emotionally and mentally in this category. I swear to God, this thing keeps moving. Depression is 1. 2, anxiety. A lot of people will say, oh, that goes together, but it doesn't. Not really. 2 different issues. One is lumped a little bigger, but anxiety goes along with it sometimes, and I'm just kind of gonna lean this way because this camera does not want to stay straight. Hopefully it doesn't fall over. So 2, anxiety. You'll see what I'm doing in a minute. Jesus, this thing. Okay, stay. I can see you moving. A big one for me that I just realized that I have, I didn't have this before, but I think maybe I did and I was repressing it because it kind of blew up at me after my 3rd surgery. PTSD. And you may think that doesn't sound like something someone with heart surgery would get, but it's something I got. Mine is not as much mental as it is physical. I think my body went through PTSD, is still going through PTSD, because my memory of the surgery itself is not really there. I don't have much of a memory of it. Yeah, because I was out. I wasn't awake. But there it goes, moving again. Does not like me. I feel like it's like a ghost is moving this thing. Anyways, PTSD. That's my 3rd. And the 4th, which goes with the PTSD, I'll go into some more of that after I show you this little thing. But the 4th one, fear. That one wasn't a big deal until I think my 1st surgery. I got scared of things that I wasn't really scared of before. I'm making a little project down here if you're curious as to what I'm doing. I have more of a fear of the dark, and by dark I mean absolute darkness. Sitting in a dark room, the quiet dark, because I think when you die, I don't think I necessarily, I died for 5 minutes maybe, something like that. They put me out and they dropped my temperature and stopped my heart in order to do the surgeries. So I technically did die, but it broke me a little bit to have that happen, and I got scared of like dumb things. I don't want to like belittle myself, but I get weird fears of things happening to people I love, things happening to me, stuff that I shouldn't have been scared of before, but I am now. Or maybe I shouldn't have, but I was, or did. I don't know how to explain it. If you get what I'm saying, maybe you do, but you develop fears. I know I developed some hypochondria too, like, oh, what's that happening right now? That feels weird. Is something else wrong with me? So, and then the fifth thing that I want to bring up with my mental stuff, emotional, mental. I'm not saying I'm mental. I'm saying I'm having mind depression and stuff. So it's hard to come forward with this stuff. It's harder to talk about this stuff than it is my surgery stuff. But the last one, pain. And this is pain, not physical pain. I get that too, but I've had a lot of that. But I'm talking about mental pain. The kind of pain that you can't just take a pill for. I mean, there are pills for it, but they don't fix it, and they don't make you feel better necessarily. They just sort of numb you for a little while. I guess that's how physical pain meds are too sometimes. But in this case, you are in pain emotionally, and it's the kind of pain that you can't just get rid of. You can't just wait it out. It's there, and it sucks. So this is my little chart that I made. So all of this leads to this, and I did it in question mark because I don't know what this is, but this is where I am. That's kind of where I'm going with that. The 5 things that are affecting me right now led to this. What I'm going through, which is depression, anxiety, PTSD, fear, and pain. There's not a word for it. There's not really a way to explain it easily. It's taken a lot of consideration, tears. I am on antidepressants because of some of it. I'm also going to therapy, but my PTSD, I'll go into that. That is what came about after this 3rd surgery that I didn't realize I had before. Basically, I started a job where I was teaching art to people. It was called a sip and paint, where you're the art teacher and they get to drink and have fun, party. And it worked for a while. I was doing fine. And then I developed this anxiety, fear. I started to shut down, and I couldn't talk to people. I couldn't be around people. People made me really uncomfortable, really nervous, and I had to quit. It got bad. My boss started being kind of rude to me about it, and even after I explained it to her, she was like, oh, you should have told me. It was just a whole stupid thing. Basically, I was like, I don't want to do this. And it actually started making me hate painting, which is crazy because I love painting. I love art, and I didn't want it to turn me into this thing that it was doing to me. So I, for once in my life, decided something without really consulting with anyone or worrying about what other people would think. It was kind of a big breakthrough for me, because I just said, that's it. I have to take a step back. I have to breathe. I have to contemplate my life right now because I jumped into everything after this last surgery too fast, and my whole body started to shut down on me. And I would get these horrible anxiety-ridden illnesses, I want to call them illnesses, where I would basically feel so sick every time I had to go to this job where I was teaching. And I started to I'd get nauseous. I would have this panicky feeling. It was like a constant panic. And my heart would skip, and I started to like freak out thinking there was something wrong with me physically. And then I realized that it was emotional, and that the only way to get it to stop or at least subside was to quit doing what I was doing, take a step back and figure things out, start over. So that's what I did. That's kind of what I'm doing now. I'm working on it. I'm still trying to figure out my life, but it was really hard for me to admit to myself that things weren't well and I needed to figure this out. And I needed to, excuse me, stop, go back, work on things, try to do better. And I don't mean like, oh, your disappointment, you're going through this horrible stuff. It was more like you aren't doing what you're supposed to be doing. My body and mind were basically screaming at me that this wasn't right and you need to make a change. So I did, and right now I'm doing better. I am going to therapy. I think I said that already. So I'm working on this stuff, which is, a lot of it's physical, oddly. I get weird pangs of anxiety for no reason. And I think it's because my body has PTSD. So it's hard for me to figure out my triggers. I'm having speaking issues today. But I'm working on that. I'm working on what causes me to react, what causes me to feel icky. We'll say that, icky. But, making little charts like this actually helps. It helps you to see things from a different viewpoint, and it helps you to kind of organize your thoughts into categories, because for me, my depression, anxiety, all that shit, there's so much of it, and there's so much going on, and there's so much that I've been through that it's hard for me to focus on what I need to focus on. So I basically have to put it all in categories, file it away, and then take each problem out one at a time, open it like a file, work on it, or get rid of it if I can, and then move on to the next. So that's currently what I'm doing, and it's taking, a while, and it's probably going to take a while. I'm not going to get better immediately. This isn't a physical thing, so it's a little harder. If some of you understand that, maybe you do, but I wanted to explain that and let you guys know that I'm doing okay. I am. It's just part of my path, and I think part of it too is my spiritual side of things, my guides, whatever it is that helps me is letting me know that my life needs to be different and I need to wake up. I think I was sort of in this sleep mode, and I was like, oh, I'll just get back to work and figure out what I'm doing and make money some way and blah, la, 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 la. But nope, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be figuring out something else. So I'm kind of currently working on my own art and trying to express myself in different ways. And I'm working on meditation, spiritual things, learning how I feel about life, kind of opening my own eyes, if that makes sense. But it is something that is going to take time, and I'm okay with that because I'm learning everything. I'm learning more every day. I'm having a hard time gathering my thoughts today, but I learn more every time I delve more into this, so it's a good thing. This crap that I'm going through, there's a reason. So I'm getting there. I think I've said that like 15 times. I'm getting there. I'm working on it. But I just thought I would update whoever is actually following these videos and let you know that I'm doing okay. My voice is better. Physically, I am very good. Yeah, my doctor just did an echocardiogram on me, and everything looks good right now. It's been a year since my last surgery, and physically doing good, but emotionally, so work in progress, WIP. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video and let you guys know I'm doing okay, and I'm still around. I'm still gonna make more videos if anyone is interested in the life of this random Marfans person out here. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well too, and I'll be posting again, hopefully sooner than last. Okay, bye.